Normally after the interview, I do some vagabonding with fellow comedian Nick Sperdute, where we talk about a planet that we visited, what we thought about it after performing comedy there. We're going to put a little bit of a delay on that because here a few weeks ago we visited Kashyyyk, and Nick ended up saving the life of 6 Wookiees, and they now owe him a life debt and have been staying at his 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn. And then a couple weeks later, this is really surprising, but we went to Naboo and he saved the life of a Gungan, and ditto, the life debt, and they do not get along. And that has just been causing a lot of misery in Nick's life and to an increasing extent in my life. So rather than reviewing a planet this week, we're going to bring out a protocol droid to try and save this situation. Where is the protocol droid?
It's under this blanket. But my main issue is that right now, I can't even use a lot of the money I was getting in from my Airbnb. Because I was Airbnb in my 2nd bedroom, right. And now that has been completely taken over as well. My bathroom's got a Gungan in the tub, and Joe Blobe is the worst. Did we talk about how bad Joe Blobe was?
We've talked about how awful Joe Blobe is. If nothing else, I just want to get rid of that.
Okay.
My preferred outcome is the Wookiee stay and the Gungan leaves.
My preferred outcome is to be left alone.
Yeah, I get that, but still rooting for the Wookiees.
Let's just... I'm sorry. Let me just take that sheet off.
Oh, hello. I am AJ-19, Human-Cyborg Relations.
Hey.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Nick.
This is Nick. I go by Heaton, though. It makes me feel more chummy. Anyway,
I go by Nick.
Nice to meet you, AJ. So here's the sitch. We have one of these wacky, multiple Wookiee life debts plus Gungan life debt scenarios.
Classic sitcom sort of situation.
And been causing a headache for everybody involved. We're hoping you could pull out some, droid legalese, and, we'd yell out Cobra Excelsior, and the Gungan would go away.
So your issue is that you're living in an apartment with 6 Wookiees and a Gungan.
Nick is, yeah.
I am, yeah.
I see.
Oh, also, I didn't even add this. Oh, my God. Okay, do you know what a porg is?
I do.
Okay. Real cute, right? Real cute. Look like half puffin, half kitten. I'm not real sure what the etymology is. So one of the Wookiees, his name is Tarful. He got a porg as a pet. Then all the other Wookiees, they want to have pet porgs. So now there's 6 of these things living there. There's 6 porgs in addition to the 6 Wookiees. And Joe Blobe wanted a pet, so he got an iguana.
He didn't know what was going on.
He didn't. So anyway, there's just a whole lot going on.
We didn't even want a dog. My wife still refuses to get a dog, and now she has a good reason.
And she got 6 porgs and an iguana.
Well, it sounds like to me you can just ask them to leave the apartment. That is, of course, unless you're in a life debt with all 7, which would be really absurd. Would really complicate the situation otherwise.
That is...
Oh, no, we left that part out. Yeah. It's that exact scenario.
Yeah.
It's he's got a life... Now, he doesn't have a life debt with the porgs, but he does have a life debt with the Wookiees and the Gungan.
And maybe the iguana. I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
7 life debts.
Possibly.
Well, in that case, the simplest solution, according to my computing, is for the member that has each of the life debts to perish.
Oh, okay.
Thereby freeing each of the creatures of their life debts and allowing them to leave the apartment.
Seems pretty straightforward.
No, wait. So you're saying if I die, then it's all good? Yeah, but that's not. No, Heaton, don't.
No, we're not going to kill you. But I think what he's saying is that we fake your death.
Oh,
we fake your death. You lay low for 20, 30 years.
20, 30 years?
Yeah, and then come back and they'll clear out. Unless hold on. Do they have to take care of his spouse?
In terms of Wookiee life debts, yes, they would end up having to take care of the spouse.
Oh, so we fake a car wreck. You both appear to die.
We live in New York. We don't take cars.
Oh, well, anyway, we figure something out. And then, I'll watch your place / use it as a clubhouse with my Wookiee friends. Oh. And then you come back when they go on vacation or something.
This all is turning out. It's just so much crazier than I even thought it could be. Can we is there any way for me other than me dying to just ask them to just...
Well, you would have to convince the Wookiees that part of their life debt to you is to leave you alone. If you ask them that, then based on their Wookiee life debt, they would have to listen to you and therefore leave you alone.
Oh, that seems pretty straightforward. That seems like a really, yeah.
What about Joe Blobe?
Gungan life debts are slightly different.
Oh, okay. I want to be real fucking clear about this. We are not keeping the fucking Gungan and getting rid of the Wookiees, okay? Nick, I'm laying my foot down here. I realize this is your problem, but I hang out with you a lot. I am not coming over if you have a Gungan and no Wookiees.
I agree. I don't want to have. I mean, to be fair, Joe Blow, one of the only people actually bringing in some money. I'll give him that.
Yeah, right.
He is a political consultant. He's actually making some bucks, as is Chewbacca.
Yeah.
But
she works on Fiverr. She does some
graphical designs.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I don't really know what to do in this situation other than just pretend to die or move.
Yeah, I think fake your own death. Can we talk about me for a minute?
What?
AJ?
AJ 19.
Yeah,
Human
okay.
cyborg relations.
So a little bit more of a spin on this that I could use your help for. So we mentioned Chewbacca a minute ago.
Right.
Real nice lady, real cool, good friend of mine, just a friend. Just a friend. The other night, we were watching The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. We're cuddling on the couch, which I think makes sense because she's basically, like, from a cuddling perspective, she's like a 7-foot tall, Labrador Retriever. So I was like, well, great. Like, let's pump in some oxytocin, get some free touching in. And, but again, not sexual.
Ugh.
However, I would have felt the same way.
Go ahead.
Anyway, apparently she thinks we're dating now. And that was not at all the vibe I was putting out. And it is getting very awkward. And I'm not really sure how to walk this back. I want to stress this. Didn't make a move.
I'll be honest.
Didn't make a move.
The rest of the Wookiees are talking. I've been talking to Sprankles about it, and he's mad.
We have a D&D group.
Not me.
And I'm the DM, and last Wednesday was very awkward. And I just it was tense. It wasn't awkward, it was tense. And Chewbacca's really nice, and I don't want to hurt her feelings or anything, but it's just I don't know how to navigate this.
The relationship between humans and Wookiees can be complicated.
Yeah.
Let me ask one clarifying question. Did you initiate the cuddle?
I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I saw it. 100%.
Did it.
You jumped on the couch and said, "Let's cuddle." I saw it.
Okay. No one really remembers.
I remember.
Now,
it was definitely.
I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, and one of them is the language of love.
Oh.
And from my professional droid perspective, you are, how do humans say it? Full of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on, though.
You like her.
If a cat jumps in my lap, I'm not like, oh, I'm dating the cat.
Cat, feline, not sentient, lives on Earth. Impossible to form romantic bonds.
Well, but in this scenario, I'm the cat. I jumped onto her lap.
Wookiee.
I'm the cat.
Wookiee, sentient, human, sentient, possible to form romantic bond.
Yeah.
I do not see the comparison.
Okay. So then...
It's a bad analogy.
Okay, here's... What I don't want to do is this, okay? I'm happy to try anything except direct communication because I feel like that would be very awkward and I'm conflict averse. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just be real cold until she figures it out on her own. And then we go back to the status quo. Does that sound like a good idea?
Have you seen Wookiees angry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Look,
Shit.
have you seen that Wookiee-sized hole in my wall?
Oh, man. Yeah. There's... okay, so...
I think you just solved your own problem. You told me you would do anything but directly communicate, when in fact, that is simply the only answer.
Can we talk about my situation?
Right, okay, so if we fake Nick's death, maybe she'll be so overcome with grief that she won't want to date anybody?
I'm not going to fake my own death.
Then I'll be like, oh, Chewbacca, this is, such a weird time, what with Nick being stone cold. I think we should just be friends till we figure this out. You're a swell gal, though.
I have spoken to many different forms of life throughout my... I suppose you wouldn't call it life as a droid, but since I was first programmed. And I find that humans are the most adverse to just saying how they feel. If you have an honest conversation with Chewbacca, which I think will lead to you saying that you do like her,
what?
You can...
I think so, too.
Okay.
Genuinely.
No, I do like Chewbacca. I'm just not sexually attracted to a 7-foot-tall, fur-covered Wookiee.
I do think maybe you not only like Chewbacca, I think maybe that you like Chewbacca.
No, I'm telling you.
Okay, we all see it. All of the guys and I are talking.
I've been turned down for 5 minutes and I see it.
Yeah, he's noticed it.
Oh.
And here's the thing. Let's just sorry, can we get just back to this real quick? So if we can't get them to leave the life debt, can we at least get the Gungan, can we get Joe Blow to communicate better with the Wookiees? That's really kind of what I was hoping for with when I got you.
Gungans and Wookiees are historically not very well when put together in small
Telling me, yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
I would recommend, is there a way to cut off the food source to the Gungan? Are you keeping things like coffee grounds around?
Yeah.
Gungans are very scrappy creatures and will eat anything. I see that you do have a tree standing in the middle of your room.
Yeah.
And
that was a
Gungans
Wookiee
For
thing.
Life Day coming up. Life Day's coming up.
Of course.
So.
I would recommend either cutting off the Gungan's food source or forcing it to create a life debt with another being, which would cancel out your life debt.
So we can get him to
I'm not.
save. You can
100%
save him.
No. 1,000% no.
Well, yeah, but come on, wouldn't you just
I
be
would
like...
rather eat a blaster than save that thing's life. I thought the solution was lock this thing in the closet till it starves to death. And I wasn't going to do that because I'm against murder, but that's where my head's at because I don't like the Gungan.
Well...
All right.
Thank you for AJ.
This was... Okay, so then I think the takeaway from this is... We can make the Wookiees go away. The Gungan is here unless it starves to death, and I have to go on a date with Chewbacca. Is that where we're at?
That's how I see it. Right.
All right. Well, AJ, it was very nice to meet you. I guess we'll take you back to the Jawa crawler now.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, if we just...
we just needed... It was like a consultation type thing.
Where's that blanket?
You purchased me, and you are now my master. That is the droid code.
Heaton?
But if we took you back to the Jawa crawler, we could just get...
Don't take me
store
back
credit, maybe?
Don't take me back there.
AJ?
They would just dismantle me and sell me for parts. If you brought back a droid to a Jawa, they would think there was something wrong with me, and they would dismantle me for parts, effectively killing me, although I don't have life and my programming and everything. I have to stay here.
So...
Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. I feel like, if anything, he'll probably mediate stuff.
Are you kidding? So 8? Now I'm up to 8 life debts? Is that what's happening here?
I don't
He's not
take
really a
up much
life
room.
debt. He's more like a kind of a reverse hostage where if you get rid of him, he dies.
That's basically a life debt.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's even worse because, he'll be killed. Yeah.
And he also heard me talking about the whole faking my death thing, so he's going to be in on it.
You know what? I think you should view this as not like there's another sapient life debt thing in your apartment. Think of it more like there's a talking hat rack. Huh?
I do look good in hats.
Yeah.
Well, that's clear.
Well, AJ, I'm going to go, I guess, get some movie tickets or some shit. And we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, man.
That's the show. We're smarter. We're more fun. We know stuff about genetics. A big thank you to Dr. Mohammed Noor of Duke University for coming on the program. What a delightful human being. Thank you, Taylor Standridge, for audio engineering. And thank you, Nick Sperdute and Kevin Delano, for applying the full ferocity of your comedic genius to science fiction. Until next time, tally-ho!